I will never forget a group of colored people saying the word kafa in front of me. I had this one friend, like we were besties, and I slept over at her house. And then we met up with her friends, and obviously her friends are mostly colored because she lived in a colored area and she was colored. Sharp. So they start talking. First of all, I'm being left out of the conversation anyway, so I was just like, whatever. I was quiet. They forgot that I was there. Tell me, why does one of the friends tell a story about some colored guy they know, and he's like, yeah, but he dates kafirs, with such disgust in his voice. Then, when everybody realized there was a black person in the room, me, it was so fucking awkward. In fact, that day I packed my bags and I left. I was like, I'm going home.
So the colored community have created an anti-black trend, and I'm so happy this is happening so that the people that came to their first line defense can look stupid, because you guys always want to come to their first line defense. You don't want to sit things out. You'll think you can be everybody's heroes, and this is just gonna make you look dumb. There was a black lady who came on here and said, black people are really racist, guys. We need to be honest with ourselves. We hide behind the fact that we can't be racist. Black people can't be racist because they cannot subjugate another minority group. Racism is not about getting your feelings hurt. Racism had actual implications, okay? It affected people's livelihoods, it affected people's money, and it affected where people lived. This is not about feelings. The reason why black people can pull the racist card is because a lot of the stereotypes about them were the foundation and the basis of a lot of laws that were created to discriminate against them. It's not because our feelings were getting hurt. You think someone saying, oh, you have Cruz Sahara is offensive? Why would I be offended? I'm black. I have Cruz hair. And then what? You guys think saying, oh, I have lighter eyes is offensive. No, it's not. You just feel better because it makes you feel less black and closer to whiteness. It's not necessarily because that hurts anyone's feelings. Who said having light eyes is the cutest thing ever? It's a white beauty standard, not a black one. What the heck? But anyway, my point here is the reason why colored people can't say things like that is because previously in our history, black people were discriminated against because of those features. Do you understand? So when you say at least I have a looser curl pattern, that is racist, because previously black people were not allowed to have their hair out. Their hair was cut off, and also the pencil rule in schools. Remember that? Do you understand that these things have implications? They had implications before. It's not because our feelings are hurt that we have gross hair or we have a tighter curl pattern. No, my babe, that's not it. We're not ashamed of being black. That's another thing you'll need to understand, which is why you cannot compare the two. What was said on that podcast was wrong, was mean, and is a stereotype, but there's no law that's ever been created on the idea or the stereotype that colored people are crazy. But there's been laws created because black people weren't allowed to have their hair out because it was too coily, or it's not loose curled enough. Do you understand what I'm saying? Black people need to learn to sit things out. This thing of thinking you have allies in other communities needs to stop. You don't have allies. And I know the reason why you'll do the things you'll do is because you'll have an inferiority complex of thinking if you separate yourselves from other black people that do shameful things, it's going to make you look like a better black person. It's not. They're still going to think the same thing about you. It's never gonna end at the end of the day. It's okay to call out black people, but to come out here and say, but we need to be honest, we are really racist. We didn't create a trend. Who's the real racist? Okay, you're like embarrassing yourselves. It's like the black people that come out here agreeing, yes, guys, it's true, we are very lazy. That time their grandparents used to wake up at 4 a.m. to get to a job that started at 7 a.m. and had to take 3 taxis in between, while their white counterparts could just drive from the suburb next door. You'll just sound dumb and uneducated. I'm sorry. And this is why it's embarrassing for you guys, because you'll need to learn to sit things out. You don't always have to come at people's defenses. Jocelyn, you were there. Tyler, you were there. Even me, I was there. Tyler is a colored. You can't tell Tyler that she's black. Yada yada, fighting for Tyler. And then the situation came about and there was crickets. You know what that tells you? You don't have any allies. So you need to learn to fight battles that actually affect you and keep quiet when things do not have anything to do with you.